April 24, 1915. 1.5 million condemned to death with the stroke of a pen. 1.5 million lives of men, women, and children extinguished. We're gathered here today because these numbers, these facts, this history shakes us to our very core. We're gathered here today because for 96 years, the ghosts of our past have haunted us. Our ancestors were persecuted beyond comprehension. Persecuted for being Christian, persecuted for being Armenian. 96 years ago, the triumvirate of criminals, Talat Pasha, Enver Pasha, Cemal Pasha, were the orchestrators. The governors and mayors from Istanbul to Anatolia willfully complied as they tallied up the innocent and dehumanized each life they condemned to death. 96 years later, the propagators have passed the torch to a new breed of criminals, cowards who hide from the shameful truth. Dastardly liars who attempt to eradicate 1915 from world history. From President Gül to Prime Minister Erdogan. From Foreign Minister Davutoglu to any representative of the Republic of Turkey. They all carry the blame. And so long as they continue to deny, they all have blood on their hands. Shame on Turkey! 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 We stand here today, recovered from the brink of annihilation. Strong, grounded, indestructible. Erdogan can try to knock us down and try to threaten us at will, but he will feel the power of our people. He will feel the power of a new generation of educated, resilient, united Armenians. Davutoglu can attempt to bribe historians and mute intellectuals, but the roar of truth can never be silenced. Increasingly, scholars are speaking out. Even the minority of Turkish citizens has begun to reject their government's lies and apologize for Turkey's crimes against humanity. But apologies are not enough. Repentance is nothing without retribution. Anatolia's battered monuments bear our names and our memories. Those are our churches now lying in ruins. Those are our towns, our cities, our homes, and those are our mountains. Apologies are nothing without justice. What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? Justice. What do we want? What do we want? Justice. What do we want? What do we want? Justice. What do we want? What do we want? Justice. What do we want? What do we want? Justice. What do we want? What do we want? Justice. Today, we're more politically engaged than we've ever been. Day in and day out, we walk through the halls of Congress Congress, past the corrupt lobbyists and bribed politicians, and we hold our head high because truth is on our side. Year in and year out, we put faith in our leadership. We invest in their promises, and we give them our votes. In return, they promise us change. But President Obama, what change can we hope for when you choose to be silenced? You see the dictators America once supported thrown out by their own people. You see the wave of democracy spread across the Middle East. It's time to change our ways, change our mistakes, and become proactive in our efforts to spread true democracy. To this day, the Republic of Turkey, your false ally, continuously jails journalists, stifles free speech, curtails democracy, and yet receives your unfaltering support? From Mubarak to Erdogan. From Mubarak to Erdogan. How many more tyrants will we support? How many more dictators will we allow to control our foreign policy? How many more false allies will you bow to, Obama, at the expense of this country's moral dignity? Take a stand, Obama. Take a stand like we here today are taking a stand. We voted for change, not your indifference. Stand up and honor your pledge. Stand up and recognize genocide. Recognize genocide! 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 Don't underestimate the power we hold as a collective youth. The future is not determined. We determine our future. The demonstrations we've seen sweep through countries like Egypt weren't led by politicians in suits or aged diplomats. They began with the youth, the same age as us. 18-year-olds on the internet instead of on tanks. Activists with flyers instead of guns. 24-year-olds with diplomas instead of rifles. They all came to the streets and proved what height a unified youth are capable of reaching. The tools that allow us to connect with all four corners of the world, that allow us to spread information faster than we could have ever imagined. Those tools are at our fingertips. Our work is endless, but our confidence is unwavering. Our future is never determined. We determine our future. All Armenians, of all ages, of all generations, especially us who live in the United States today, it is up to us to keep working and keep pushing this movement forward. We must continue to empower our minds and ourselves through education. We must remain engaged in our communities and enrich them with our resources. We must assist our homeland and make it a stronger democracy. We must, because we hold the pen that writes history. And the ink that floods that pen is our collective strength, our perseverance, and our relentless refusal to ever back down. April 24, 2011. Over 7 million Armenians living in the diaspora. Over 3 million Armenians living in Armenia. Over 1 million Armenians living in America. Fueled by the memory of over